Okay, this video covers how to pair your new Fujifilm X-T3 or X-H1 with your smartphone, which then allows you to update the firmware directly through the app, avoiding the need to download the firmware from the Fuji website and onto an SD card and update it the old way. So when you first switch the camera on, you will need to select your language, of course. If the camera hasn't already been paired to a smartphone before, it will automatically prompt you to do so. If you skip this option initially, you can navigate in the menu back down to the spanner, across to connection setting, into Bluetooth settings, and then into pairing registration, where it will ask you to activate the Camera Remote App. As you can see, I've already paired my Fuji X-H1, which is already listed, so the next step is to tap on the pairing registration down the bottom, where it will find the camera which needs to be paired. Tap on the camera listed, in this case it's my new X-T3, and the pairing process will begin. Once that is completed, it will ask if you wish to set the date and time from the smartphone, which I do because I want to sync the date and time with my Fuji X-H1 so they match, and the location data will also record the GPS location information. If you do that for the very first time, it will automatically ask you if you wish to sync only the time, only the location, or both the time and location. Of course, you can go back at any stage later on and change that if you wish to do so. Once the camera is paired, the app will check to see if there is a new firmware available and will prompt you to update if there is. Click yes and begin the download process by tapping on download. Agree to the license agreement and the firmware will begin to download to the phone. This could take quite a while depending on your internet speed. Mine took quite a few minutes, so I have sped up the footage so you don't get bored to death. Once the download is completed, the camera will ask you to update the firmware via the smartphone. Confirm by hitting OK on the camera, but then you will also need to tap on join on the app before the transfer process will begin. Again, this takes a little while, so I've sped up the footage once more. Once the firmware has transferred over to the camera and the app says it's completed, the process actually hasn't finished until the camera has installed the firmware, which could take a couple of minutes, but the phone is no longer required to complete this process. Once the installation has completed, turn the camera off before you start using it with the updated firmware installed. And that's it. Pretty simple process and much easier than the old method of transferring to and from an SD card from the website. I hope that was helpful and thanks for watching.